Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Neca Toys Disney's Gargoyles BRONX. And I'm really looking forward to checking this guy out for a couple of different reasons. First off, you know, I'm a big fan of Gargoyles, and I do have the Demona figure and the Goliath figure, and I like them, but I'm not, like, in love with them, you know? I'm not crazy about the way that Neca designed the wings, so it's kind of keeping me from enjoying them as much as I want. But BRONX is a Gargoyles character that doesn't have wings, so I don't have to worry about that in this case. And then on top of that, we get the Goliath's closed wings along with BRONX. So not only does BRONX look cool, and I'm sure he's going to be awesome, he's also going to enhance Goliath a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with the box. On the front of the box, we have some awesome looking artwork, and this artwork kind of matches the artwork on the front of the boxes on the other Gargoyles figures. So I think that's cool. They're keeping it kind of uniform. Right here, BRONX is looking badass and very menacing. Even though he's kind of silly and goofy, right here, they're making him look like he's ready to just tear shit up. So that's awesome. Right up here, it does say Gargoyles BRONX Ultimate Action Figure. Up here, it says includes Goliath's closed wings, so that's cool. On the side of the box, we get a look at the figure. Damn, he's looking dope right there. And then on the back, we get a look at the figure in a couple of different poses. We have BRONX along with Goliath here, and then we get a look at some other figures that should be coming out pretty soon. Looking forward to all those. Over here, we have BRONX going crazy. And then we open this up, and we're able to see the figure itself. And look at how awesome he's looking in there. There we go, looking nice. And then check him out right there. Ooh, damn. Super dope. Very excited about this. But enough about this pretty box. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Alright, so here we have BRONX, and yup, I've got to say it right off the top, this is definitely the best Neca Gargoyle figure that we've seen so far. They really did an incredible job with everything here. It's very well sculpted. He's got some nice paint work. Check out the different shades of blue on the back here. That looks awesome. He's got some great articulation too, especially considering the design. They were able to get pretty creative with it, so I was happy to see that. And just check out his face, man. He's got a bunch of personality. Look at that cute little puppy dog face. So awesome. Then you could open his mouth a little bit to change it up. So cool, man. This thing came out amazing. And not only did BRONX himself come out amazing, he also makes Goliath better, because we get these draped over the shoulder wings. And to me, this just looks incredible. I cannot wait to like have this on my shelf. This is so dope, man. I just love like this idea of the wings, you know. It's such a creative way to handle the wings, and I thought that was very cool in the cartoon. And I was a little disappointed that Goliath didn't come with these wings in the first place, as I'm sure like everybody who bought this figure, you know, everybody felt that way, I think. But I'm happy that Neca realized their mistake and they found a way to get us the wings that was pretty convenient, you know, because I'm sure everybody wanted BRONX. Anyone who's collecting Gargoyles, I'm sure wanted to get this character too, so they threw the wings in there. And yeah, it worked out good. And not only does this look good, these wings are much more pleasant to handle than the wings that Goliath came with, because they're much softer plastic. So they don't feel all stiff and rigid and just unpleasant to handle. You can mess around with this figure while he's wearing the draped down wings, and it feels okay, you know. Like those other wings are constantly like poking me and chopping me and all kinds of stuff. So I was never a huge fan of like the material they used on those wings. It's too stiff and too hard and just too unpleasant. I really wish that they would have used a softer material similar to this on those wings. Maybe they had a concern about like the wings like drooping over time or something, but I don't know. Those wings seem like they're not gonna hold up over time anyways. Might have been better to give like softer wings like this. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll redesign it going forward. We'll see. But anyways, I just love the way these wings came out, man. This is so awesome. But as cool as that is, BRONX is definitely the star of the show. Look at this awesome little guy. I did have one small QC issue. Well, it was small for me because I was able to repair it. But yeah, one of the pegs was like broke in half or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird. So I had to take the peg out and basically like glue the peg together, and then I glued the I guess you could call it like the mushroom heads from each side of the pegs. I just kind of glued them in place there, and now it's perfectly fine, you know. The foot moves without any issue. It was unpleasant to deal with that right out of the box, but you know, I'm past it now and it's all good. Aside from that one thing, there was zero QC issues. All the joints were able to move perfectly fine without any risk of breaking or anything like that. So, you know, they were okay on the QC issue, but I really wish I didn't have to deal with that that peg in the back. But yeah, man, I am super happy with the way that Bronx came out. Such a cool figure. And then taking a very quick close look at the details on Bronx, starting off with his face sculpt. I really love the way the face turned out. I do wish that the eyes kind of had like a gloss to them. I think that would make it look a little bit better, but aside from that, I really love this head sculpt. I like how around the white of the eyes it's a little bit darker, and there's a bunch of different shades of blue on the head and in the ears and stuff. And I like how you could change up the look by opening up his mouth just like a little bit or a lot, and it doesn't like mess with the overall look. You know, it doesn't look awkward whatsoever. It looks amazing no matter how you have it. So they really did a great job with the head. And then moving on to the body, you can see that there's a lot of really nice shading and different shades of blue to bring out the sculpting work. You can see like his ribs in there and some muscles up in the back. You've got these spikes that are soft, so that's cool. Look at all that, man. That looks great. And then some more blue shading in the muscles on the legs. Really dope. And then it gets lighter down here on his belly and on like the lower legs and stuff, and on the inside of the legs it's like white. But yeah, man, I love the way he looks. They did a great job sculpting him, and there's a really good amount of paint detail and just like subtle paint work that really brings out all the details. So yeah, they killed it. There are a couple little scrapes like right there. I got a couple little chips that aren't like intentional, obviously, so you know those could stand out. But aside from little tiny things like that here and there, I mean, this thing is pretty much perfect. I really love the way that they sculpted and painted him. He looks awesome. And then for accessories, in addition to the extra Goliath wings, Bronx also comes with a couple of things for himself, including 2 different heads. This is the first one. It's the one that we've already looked at with the articulating jaw, and this one is very nice. Then he also has a head where the mouth is just sculpted open, and this one's cool too. It's kind of hard to put it on. There we go. And that looks awesome. Looks like he's growling or something, getting ready to attack. And this can also be used to hold on to the big chunk of meat that he comes with. Kind of have to find a way to get it to stay in there. Oh. There we go. At first I thought it was like a big chunk of wood for him to play with or something, but yeah, it's a big old piece of meat to keep him occupied. But yeah, that's a very cool accessory. You know, they could have thrown in nothing, you know. I think this was a cool idea to throw this in here, because for a character like Bronx, you know, there's not a whole lot of stuff you could throw in there. So they gave us the wings, 2 heads, and the big old slab of meat. So I think they did pretty good with the accessories. Alright, so now for some size comparisons. Before we compare Bronx to a bunch of figures, I wanted to compare him to something that had like a similar body type. So here we have him alongside the Masterverse Cringer, and as you can see, Cringer is humongous next to him. This Battle Cat figure is super nice, especially for the price. It even went down to like crazy cheap. Like it was on clearance for a minute. It's definitely worth picking up if you're a Masters of the Universe fan. But anyways, yeah, just it's crazy how big he is next to Bronx. Have them hanging out together. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so that's interesting. And then just to show him alongside another figure that has like a similar body style. Here we have a, I'm not even sure what type of dinosaur this is or exactly what it's called, but it's one of the Creative Beast figures. And these things are super dope too, man. But yeah, check that out. He's about the same size as Bronx, actually. No, Bronx is a little bit bigger. Bronx will whoop his ass regardless, whatever. Whether he's a little bigger or a little smaller. But yeah, man, very cool. And then for some more size comparisons, here we have Bronx alongside Neca Goliath and Neca Demona. And even though I haven't been 100% satisfied with the Neca Gargoyles figures so far, I absolutely love the way these 3 look together, and it's so cool to see like the characters coming together. This is definitely like childhood come to life kind of scenario. So this is very, very cool. Bronx looks amazing next to Goliath and Demona, and I really look forward to filling out the ranks and getting more Gargoyles characters, because just like this, they look so amazing together. So this is super awesome. And beyond that, I don't even know who else to show Bronx with, so I'm just going to show him alongside a bunch of other different characters. So here we have him alongside the Neca Caesar and Neca King Kong. Next up, we have him alongside the Neca cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Splinter and Baxter Stockman. Of course, Marvel Legends Bucky, Captain Pizza, Spider-Man. And just because these three kind of seem like they would all get along, here we have them alongside the Marvel Legends Man-Thing Build-A-Figure by Hasbro and the Toy Biz Fantastic Four Classics Dragon Man. Yeah, baby. Next up, we have them alongside the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends Captain America, aka Unparalleled Cap, and the Mafex Brown Suit Wolverine. And then to take us out of here, we have them alongside the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizza Monster and the Neca Mirage Ninja Turtles Fugitoid. And then Neca did a really great job with the articulation, especially considering the design of Bronx. I think they were able to sneak in a couple of things in there that I wasn't expecting. Like, check this out. This is the main thing that kind of caught me by surprise. Look how far out his arms are able to go. You're able to get him into this crazy low stance. Look at that. That is super dope. And it could go even lower than that too if you mess with it. How awesome is that? And you can get all his feet onto the ground when he's like that, make it look even better. Look at that. I was not expecting the arms to come out that much, and they could even probably come down a little bit more. That's almost like a cat. Look at that, man. That is so dope. I was not expecting the arms to be able to come out that much. That is freaking awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I just love that that wide stance he's able to hit. Super cool. At the head here, we do have like a double ball peg situation. So at the head itself, we get like some swivel, you know. He could look side to side, which is nice. He could look up only to about right there at the head. But he does have movement at the lower part of his neck, I guess you could call it. And using both of those, he could get his head to look up a really decent amount. And then it could look down a really nice amount as well. There we go. So that's pretty good at the head. And I like how the neck joint could turn a really good amount. So look at that. You can almost get him to look behind him. Not quite, but it goes to the side a pretty good amount though. So I'm happy with it. Yeah, the head and neck setup is awesome. And then for the arms, like I said before, you're able to get his arms out to the side a ridiculous amount. That's crazy. And then they could come up and around like that. They go all the way around, so that's cool. Then he does have a single hinge joint right in here. And that's able to crunch to about right there, which is nice. And then you also have a swivel in there. And then he does have a joint right here as well. Goes up and down a pretty nice amount. And then he has a joint at the foot, which is cool. And then his lower foot's able to swivel. And same setup back here, you know. Well, actually, let's check out how wide. Oh yeah, look at these get pretty wide too. I don't think you could get as many cool poses out of the going wide back here, but it's cool that he's able to do it. Oh yeah, he'll get his whole body down low here. Yeah, low. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Super cool. And then these they can go all the way around as well. Yeah, they can. It's a little tighter back here because of the this setup, you know. And actually, check this out. This almost looks like a Mafex joint in here. So that's dope. And he could actually swivel at the thigh. And then, you know, we have a joint right here. The back legs are set up the same as the front legs. So there we go. Swivel, all that good stuff. And then he does have a little bit of articulation on the tail, as you can see. But yeah, man, really, really fun articulation. I'm super impressed with that wide stance that he's able to achieve. And yeah, like I said, this figure has so much personality, and the articulation allows you to bring that out quite a bit. So I'm really happy with the articulation and the overall fun factor of this guy. Alright, so overall, at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, the dust settles, and it's all said and done, I think this is an amazing figure. And like I said before, I think it's the best Neca Gargoyles figure that we've seen so far. They pretty much did everything right on this guy. He came out so nice, the sculpting work on him is really good, the articulation is really good, and they even found a way to give him accessories, even though this does kind of seem like a character that it would be hard to figure out accessories for. But they gave him a piece of meat, an extra head, and then the awesome wings for Goliath, which improved that figure quite a bit. So this figure did everything right. Aside from the one QC issue, I was completely satisfied with this guy, and I think they pretty much did a perfect job for the character. So I'm extremely happy with it. Again, even though I'm not 100% happy with all the Gargoyle stuff, I'm still really excited about the line, and I look forward to every single release. But Bronx is the first one that I'm like really excited about, and I just thoroughly enjoyed. Like right out of the box, after fixing the one issue I had, I completely enjoyed this figure. It was very satisfying, had a bunch of fun playing with it, and I absolutely love it. So I'm super happy with this figure. And with that, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, be sure to hit the bell notification so you know every time that I go live. If you're not aware, I do go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and every Friday at 7 p.m. So come through, let's talk about toys and get weird. Thank you very much. Peace.